You know what I've been thinking about a lot lately? I don't think I want more people. I think I want people to do life with. There's a difference there. It's a real big difference because you can know if you have family, church people, people from school, people you knew 20 years ago who still send you birthday messages every year, probably through Facebook or through text. Who knows? You can have a phone full of names and like a calendar full of people and social media pages like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 plus. That's full of connections and still sit there on the side thinking, who can I call? Not because something happened or if you not even hurt or because I need someone to rescue me. Need advice. Nothing was actually wrong. You know, I feel like I just want to go somewhere and find a restaurant. Who wants to come? There's a little festival this weekend. Who wants to go? Want to travel? Who can you call? I saw something weird and interesting online the other day. Who's going with me? Girl, get your shoes. We're gonna go somewhere. That kind of thing. That's what I mean. Like, I just send that post out and somebody will be like, all right, meet you where? What time? Because there is this connection and then there is having people around you. Those are not always the same things. You can be surrounded and still feel disconnected. You could be loved and feel unseen. You can have history with somebody and realize they don't actually know the current version of it. It's really interesting because we change. We are supposed to change. Your interests change, tolerance change, priorities definitely change. And sometimes the people who know best 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40, 50 years ago, still relating to the version of you they met 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago. So they invest to me, but do they know your presence? That's a different kind of question. And I want to be clear about something. This conversation is not just about friendship. This could be your romantic relationship too. Whatever love and partnership looks like for you, it could be your sister, cousin, adult child, neighbor, best friend, long lost best friend, a new friend, somebody you met 6 months ago. I don't know, who somehow understand the version of you better than someone you have known for 30, 40 years. Does not mean your old relationship is fake. Sometimes relationships fit a season beautifully. Then the seasons, of course, change. Nobody has to be together. I think we've gotten too used to talking about relationships like somebody has to be toxic. Somebody has to be the bad person. Somebody has to be the problem. Nobody did anything terrible. Two people just grew in different directions. What bonded you at 27 is not what bonded you at 52. The friendships were built around work. Sometimes leaves the job. Sometimes it was built around children. And the children grow. Sometimes it was built around a relationship, then the relationship ends. It was built around survival, and now you are trying to live. That changes things. And sometimes you need people who can participate in who you are becoming, not just remind you who you used to be to me. Because history is important. History is beautiful. There is something special about people who knew you before the resume, the big titles, the transformation. Before you figured out half the things you know now, there was this sort of comfort in somebody knowing the whole backstory without requiring like this PowerPoint presentation. I love that. But history alone does not guarantee present day dependence. Maybe you want to travel more now. Maybe your longtime friend does not. Nobody is wrong in that. Maybe you want deeper conversations now. Maybe she is keeping the things light and safe. Nobody is wrong. You want to go out and try new things. Maybe he's perfectly happy with the same three restaurants y'all been frequently going to since 2009. That one might be a little personal. Nobody is wrong. Maybe you need different people for different parts of your life. I actually think we need to normalize that a lot more. One person does not have to be your everyday person. Your travel friend may not be your deep conversation friend. And your deep conversation friend may not want to go to anime events. Tragic, but survivable. I get it. Your creative friend might be someone you meet 2 years ago. You might have met 2 years ago, sorry. Your friend of 30 years, they might be who you call when you need someone who remembers exactly what happened the summer of 98. Communities can have rooms, very different rooms, different people, different kind of connections. That is still community. There's just, there's like this another piece of doing life together that I think we do not talk about enough. Inclusion, real inclusion, not assumptions, not deciding what somebody can or cannot do without even asking them. Because people do that. Sometimes they think they are being considerate. She probably doesn't want to come. There's a lot going on, you know. She was sick last time. Ask her. She usually says no. Ask them anyway. Let them choose. Do not remove my choice and call it consideration. Invite me. Let me decide. I may say no. I may say absolutely not. I may already be in my pajamas by 7. That is very possible. But let me say that. Do not decide that my life got smaller without asking her that I wanted it smaller. And this goes both ways. If you are someone who says no a lot, but you still want to be invited, you might be tell your friends that, tell your people that, tell your community that. Because sometimes people do not stop asking if they hear no peace. They won't stop asking. Not because they stop loving you. They may think they are respecting your pattern. So say it. Hey, I'm gonna always come, but please keep inviting me. I want that choice. That is clear. That gives somebody information that can actually use. And then there is vulnerability. Not the dramatic version. Not necessarily crying on someone's couch at 3 in the morning. Sometimes vulnerability is just being tired around somebody or sick around somebody. Being quiet, not having the answer, not being entertaining. Not everybody favorite competent woman for a minute. Can I exist? Can I say I don't feel good today without feeling guilty that I ruined? Can I change plans without feeling like I need to prove I'm sick enough? Can I be quiet? Comfortable silence is so underrated, really underrated. There is something so beautiful about being around someone and able to sit in a room with somebody and not manufacture. Person is reading, one person is strolling, somebody's watching TV, somebody says, look at this. The other person laughs. But everyone goes quiet again. Everybody does not need to be an event. I love a trip. I love being cute. Restaurants, pictures, I love the whole things. But if we can only enjoy each other when there is an itinerary, are we really doing life or are we just attending events together? Doing life is groceries. Doing life has waiting rooms. Doing life is random Tuesday afternoons. Life has, I'm going to Walmart. Do you want to come? And sometimes 3 hours later, you are still in Walmart. Doing life has celebrations big and small. It has disappointments and wins and losses and ordinary days. That is where closeness really gets tested. Because who are your people when you are winning? That matters. Can somebody celebrate you without really making you win about what they? Can you tell them something good without shrinking it first? Hmm. I was saying it really isn't a big deal because you are worried. Their reaction? Can someone say, I'm proud of you, and you can actually believe they mean it? Then the other side. Who can sit with you when you lose, when something does not work, when you did not get the job, the relationship might have ended, the business idea does not hit? To turn in, when you're not ready to turn it into a lesson yet. Everyone does not need a motivational quote. Sometimes I do not need you to make me win again. I need you to let me lose. Let me be in disappointment. Let me say this shit hurts. And then when I'm ready, we move. Presence is so powerful. And I think sometimes we discover that our relationships are built almost entirely around problems. We know how to talk about our families, upset, and who makes us upset. We know how to talk about the ex, how to talk about the thing that, but can we dream together, create something, learn, plan something? Can we laugh until our stomach hurts about something completely stupid? Can we build joy, not only process pain? This is where you can talk personally about what doing life means to you. Travel, being included, being able to be sick without guilt, comfortable silence, celebrating wins, sitting beside each other through losses. Talk about what connection feels like to you. Then come another thing I keep thinking about is reciprocity, not scorekeeping. I do not want relationships where everyone has a spreadsheet. I call you 4 times, you didn't call me back, girl. You called me 3 times. No, that sounds exhausting shit. It's more like, is there room for both of us here? Can we both give, receive, both need something? Some seasons I may have more capacity than other seasons. You may have more. That's normal. But I do not want one person permanently working in the given department while everyone else work is receiving. That company is going out of business eventually. And women can get stuck there. Dependable one, organizer. How about the birthday rememberer? And we have a lot of those. The one who makes the reservations. The ones who checks on everybody. Sounds familiar? The one who knows when somebody gets real quiet. But the one who gets the action. Did you get home? And the one who remembers everybody's stuff. And sometimes she stops, and suddenly relationships does too. That can hurt because now you are asking, did we have a relationship or did I have a job? That question can sting. Again, that does not mean everybody around you was using you. Sometimes we train relationships into patterns without meaning to. If you always initiate, people get used to you initiating. If you always organize, yep, they get used to you organizing. If you always say, you are fine, I'm going to believe you are fine. So it's part of building different relationships around other people to know you have needs too. They can feel strange for women who have spent decades being capable because being needed can feel familiar. Receiving can feel exactly how to show up for somebody else and have no idea how to let somebody show up for you. That is worth looking at. And I think there is another question because those are different. Maybe you already have good people. The relationship needs more attention. You need to invite people into different parts of your life. Maybe you need to say, I miss doing things with you. You need to start the invitation. Everybody's sitting at home waiting for somebody else to text first. Adult relationships is ridiculous like that. You say we should get together sometime and everybody picks a damn date. We definitely need to do brunch. Okay, when? Crickets. Because sometimes has killed a lot of grown relationships. Sometimes, oh, maybe, okay, see you, call me. I can't scientifically prove that, but I believe it. So let us make this very practical because I do not want you leaving this video as confirmation just feeling emotionally about friendships. I want you to actually do something. Like actually, the first thing is what I call nothing is wrong test. Or when nothing is absolutely wrong. No emergency, not when, not who could come to the hospital, who do you want to call because the weather is beautiful. Because you found your restaurant, yeah. Because you want to walk somewhere. You saw something funny and you need to share it. You want company and there's no problem. Let's all just sit here and people watch and drink a little something. Whatever you float your boat. Write down the names that can come to mind. If nobody comes to mind, you can call. Do not shame yourself. That's information that it might tell you what kind of connection you need to. Then we have, how about I do a current mood check? Do the people closest to you know years ago now? And do you know who they are now? Because sometimes we complain that people do not know us, but we never introduced them to the new version. We changed privately. Dreams change, interests change, priorities shift or change. We know We keep showing everybody the old script. People meet you again. And don't ask. Don't assume. We already talked about this. Invite people. Let them choose. And if you want to be invited, say so. That one sentence might change everything. Even if I say no sometimes, keep inviting me. Keep asking me clear, simple, and useful. Keep asking me. It's great when you build like ordinary intimacies and you stop waiting for vacations. Connection can happen on a Tuesday. You go walking, you have coffee, you watch a corny TV show. You go shopping together, the bookstore. Work on like separate projects in the same room. Call somebody for 15 minutes. Take classes together. Try random places. Who knows? Repeat ordinary moments. Those moments become history. We're gonna always have to practice stuff and practice like a two-way life. Look at how you show up too. And are you inviting? Are you listening? Are you celebrating somebody else without competing? Are you sitting beside them when they lost? Are you tolerating their changing? Tolerate the changing. Them say no without taking it personally. Can you receive without immediately trying to repay the favor? Can you be someone's safe silence? Because if you want people to do life with you, they also need you to know how to do life with people. I do not want this competition to be reduced to women over 50 needs friends. That is too small. I'm talking about building a rich life, a full life, a life with different kinds of love inside it. Friendship is love, romantic love. If that belongs in your life, family, community, creativity, intellectual connections, people who challenge you, people who make you laugh until you cannot breathe, people who sit beside you when nothing is interesting is happening, people who know you are changing and remain curious about who is showing up. And I want to ask you something. What does connection feel like to you? What's it taste like? Sound like? Dream like? Maybe it tastes like somebody's cooking enough for you too. Maybe it sounds like laughter from a different room. Maybe it feels like someone saying, I know you say you were tired, but I've asked you anyway, do you want to come? It can feel like saying no and knowing you still was invite you for next time. It sounds like silence. Yes. Maybe it feels like being said without two people sitting together, building completely different dreams and being excited about both in silence. Maybe it's someone saying I'm proud of you and you know they mean it. It can be someone who really owe you and making room for the new one. That's what I mean by dual life. And maybe you already have somebody like that. Tell him. We spend so much time thinking about what is missing that we forgot to acknowledge what is good. Tell someone, I appreciate the way you look at me. I can dream myself around you. Thank you for saying that I was in this, great season. And thank you for saying I'm in this different season that I'm trying to figure out. Gratitude helps us recognize what deserves to be nurtured. And if you do not have enough of this yet, you do not turn that into a sentence about your future. You're allowed to be people at any age, 50, 55, 60, 70. Some of the people will matter deeply to you. They don't know your name yet. Think about that. There are conversations you have not had yet, trips you have not taken, tables you haven't sat in yet, people you have not laughed with and created with and support you yet and supported them yet. That is not sad, that's possibility. So here is your smartest step. Not find the entire community. No, we're not going to do that. One person, one invitation. Make it specific, man. We should get together sometime. This is banned. Pick a day and pick a thing. Say I'm trying this, please. You want to come? Just like that. I'll work on Thursday afternoon. Wanna join me? Just like that. Want to see a movie? Are you interested? One person, one invitation. Start there. Absolutely start there. And while you're building, do not, neither are they. Is enough curiosity, enough care, enough consistency, enough reciprocity, enough capability to build something real. Relationships breed. People disappoint us. We misunderstand each other. We repair. We try again. We change. Sometimes a relationship reaches a different season. That is life too, but I don't do that. Don't do that. But I do know this. I do not want relationships that I want relationships that know how to live. I want people who can participate in my becoming, and I want to be that kind of person who can participate in theirs. That is community to me. Not everybody knowing everything, not everybody being available all the time, not consistent access, obligation, connections, choices, curiosity, joy, honesty, room to change. If this conversation has you thinking about the people you want to build this season, you know my legacy in the making ebook can help you look more intentionally at what you're creating around yourself right now. Because legacy is not only what you leave behind, it's also what you build while you are here. The relationships, experiences, conversations, the way people feel about doing life besides you. Link is in the description as well as right here in the comments. Thanks for spending a few moments with me today. If today's conversation spoke to you, I love for you to join the Empowerment Clique by subscribing and sharing this conversation with someone who may need it. Remember, a full life is not measured by how. Pay attention to the people who can participate in your becoming. Yeah. And make sure you are participating in theirs. Until next time, keep growing, keep becoming. Let's keep these conversations going that transfer our life and loving in Virginia. And I'll see you in your next conversation. Peace.